Hello Pisces, Elsie here to do a reading for you. It is a bonus read, Pisces. How are you, my watery family? I hope you're well, my two fishes friends. We're going to look at just tarot. We're going to do a bonus read, and I'm going to try and read for the current or the future energy. Look, kind of all bets are off. Everything's in retrograde. Crap is everywhere. Everything is everywhere. We're in the midst of the Lionsgate portal. We've got a full moon in Aquarius tomorrow, and everything's in retrograde. All bets are off. Whatever comes out, comes out. Let's find out what's going on for you. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I just want to say thank you for all the ways you've been loving on this channel. I appreciate you, my water family. You are my water family because I'm a Pisces moon, and I know a lot of you are too. So let's find out what's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. One more cut. Let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. We've got the Seven of Wands, Pisces. What's going on here? We've got the Two of Wands. There we go. It feels like you're about to make a decision. You've been planning something for a while. Maybe you've been planning. Maybe someone else has been planning. What's this? We've got the King of Cups. Okay, maybe someone else is planning. So I feel like the Seven of Wands is telling me that there's been something that has slowed down or a block in planning here. And I think it's because Pisces, it feels like you're not necessarily moving forward to the King of Cups because it looks to be a little daunting. And I think you're holding your position, to be honest, because the Seven of Wands is telling me that you're holding your position. Waiting for the plan to come to fruition, waiting for the King of Cups to take action, possibly. There is a very deep, hidden, emotional plan that's going on below the surface. It feels like here, something you don't see. The Seven of Swords is here. It feels like it's something that you don't see. Let's find out what else is going on here. Let's keep drawing cards. Tell me more about Pisces. Got the Strength card. Yeah, somebody here is holding back. Are you waiting for an opportunity here or an offer? You know what? Because again, King of Cups is here. I think you feel it. I think that you know that something is going on under the surface that you can't see, but you feel it. There is some type of like a tug and pull going on here. It's like you're trying to hold yourself back. You're waiting for somebody to give you an offer, or you're waiting for the offer that's coming. Now this could be, look, it's a pentacle. Abundance is a big word. It could be work, it could be love, it could be anything. There is some sort of an offer that I feel that you know that it's coming. Like the King of Cups is always presented as somebody who's keeping solid in the storm, right? In the emotional storm. So it almost feels like there's a real emotional storm going on around you, and you know that there is some sort of an offer that is hanging out there. Like it feels like you don't see the offer, but you know that it's there. And I feel like you are excited, but you're also trying to tame yourself. You're like, I gotta hold back, I gotta let whoever it is bring forward their offer here. So it's like the employer, you know, when you wait a couple weeks after you drop off the resume, or after you send in the resume and you make the call and you say, hey, did you get my resume? So they put it on the top. It feels like that. It feels like you are having a hard time holding back or waiting, but it is this place where it's almost like you're worrying that it's not going to work out for you again, because the Seven and the Two of Wands are here, which is 9. It feels like I'm always the one that has to be resilient, and I'm just about ready to bust. Like I just need to know what the answer is. The King of Swords is here. So this could be the person who's hiring you. This could be the person who has the offer. You could be dealing with someone who is an Aries. An Aquarius, a Libra or a Gemini, maybe a Leo possibly. Leo, I would say Sagittarius or Aries. We got a lot of fire energy here. The King of Swords is the one who has the offer. And I feel like it's deeply emotional, or it's making you feel emotional. So understand it could be a situation that's something you want so bad, and you are waiting, trying to hold yourself back. So maybe you've already done the texting back and forth with somebody. If I like to pop all over the place, so follow me. Right now I'm talking about romance. So it's like there's a little bit of back and forth that's gone on here between you and them, and now there hasn't really been anything. And it feels like you're waiting for them to come back to you with some sort of offer, like even just reaching out and saying, hey, how was your day today? It feels like it's sort of a dead zone, but you know that there's a plan going on under the surface here. But you're holding back. So I think that you're holding your position, which makes me feel like you might be an empress, feminine or masculine, because the strength card is holding back energy, but being strong and courageous, waiting for the right moment in time. I feel like you're giving somebody space to think about it. So giving the employer space to think about whether they want you as part of their crew or in a relationship, if this is a friendship or a romantic relationship. I feel like you're feeling out the situation, but it feels very tumultuous for you. You're trying to stay stable in the storm. Tell me what this Two of Wands is. What do you think is going on under the surface here, Pisces? What do you think is going on under the surface? We've got the Emperor. We've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and then we have the Nine of Wands. Well, I called out the Nine of Wands right there because we have the 7 and the 2, which is 9. So I feel like with this Knight of Wands, I'm going to say to you, if you're waiting to hear back from a job, it's not that they don't want you. It's not that they've pushed you aside. It's that they're still trying to determine who is the sharpest person, who's the best candidate, who's the smartest one, who has the most education. I feel like this Emperor here is somebody who is making the decision. They are in control of the decision, but they are making a decision which is stable and sturdy because they're bringing you into their empire, right? And so they have to make a decision that is good for everybody, because that is actually the King of Swords and the Emperor, because the Emperor is the King of Swords. This is somebody who's not only making a decision for themselves, they're making the decision for the best of everyone involved. So the corporation, the empire, the maybe they are wondering, are you going to fit into their family? Like, it feels like they're making a decision which is very logical and within reason, and they are trying to make it without making it emotional. They're trying to make it logistical and logical, it feels like. With the Knight of Wands in the reverse, they don't want to jump in and then have regret about it later, feel overwhelmed, feel like, I've bitten off more than I can chew. I feel like somebody here is contemplating you, making a decision or a plan behind the scenes, but the Two of Wands is also somebody who no longer wants to be at the crossroads, making a plan to take action, to step away from the crossroads. So what's going on here? Tell me about this King of Swords, because you could be dealing with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Leo, maybe an Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Tell me about this. Tell me about this King of Swords, because this is the person who has the final word. This is the person who makes the decision. We've got the Ten of Wands, and it's weighing heavy on them. So this could be something that is emotional for some of you. It could be, hang on, I'm going to block this a little bit here so YouTube doesn't lose their mind. Okay, so we have the Ten of Wands. I want to say that this person, the reason that they haven't gotten back to you yet, and really I don't think that this has been a long period of time. It feels like maybe it's been a week or maybe a couple of days. It doesn't feel like it's been a long period of time. It feels like, and I don't really think you're waiting on it, to be honest, Pisces. I feel like you are sort of like trying to keep your balance in all the waves, the emotional things that are hitting you, but I don't think that you're out of control, like out of balance. I don't think that's what it is. But I feel like this person is feeling very pressured to make a decision which is best for everyone involved. I feel like this is somebody who is wondering, should we just start slow? Should we just build a foundation? Or maybe we've already built this foundation. Is this going to end up in the Nine of Cups? Because this is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and all of the air signs are going to think it out logically. So they're going to think it out logically first before they start applying anything that's emotional. So I think that somebody here is thinking more in logistics, or thinking about, we've already built a foundation, but since we built this foundation of friendship, or we're getting to know each other, and let's face it, it's not always boom, like a connection of emotion when we're talking about getting together with someone the first time in a date, right? Some people will jump to a conclusion that either we mesh or we don't. Some people know that right away. But I feel like this is someone that you see that's worth hanging on to or worth building a foundation with, because I feel like you're really happy when you're around them. I think that they make you feel stable and secure and maybe protected for some of you. It's like it's a protective space. It feels like this person is someone who really speaks the truth, but they do it in a very soft and kind way. It does feel like there is, with the star here, it feels like there's a real potential for hope. I think that you are hoping that that something is going to work out in your favor. Let's talk about this Ace of Pentacles, because for some of you, this is an emotional offer. For some of you, this is a work offer because it's in the middle of the King of Cups and the King of Swords. Let's find out what's going on here. I feel like your energy is probably the King of Cups. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Swords. I'm giggling to myself because I'm getting little messages from Charlie as I'm looking at these cards. So I think that this offer that is coming, the decision will come soon. It feels like it is a real-time decision. And what I mean by that is I'm looking at Two Pentacles. And Two Pentacles tells me that this person, their life is really busy, that they keep their life quite busy, I would say. They are somebody who sees you as someone who is very stable, very secure with themselves, within themselves, someone who takes really good care of themselves. They see you as really not needing them, I would say, whether this is friendship or love. It feels like they see you as really not needing them. And I think that you're wondering, what kind of impression did I make? Like on your side, it's like, what kind of impression did I make? Did I make this person feel like I just don't need them, or I don't want them around? It feels like you're worrying, emotionally worrying, but you're also worrying with the Queen of Pentacles energy. Did I make myself look so self-sufficient that they don't think that I need anybody in the future? I feel like you're worrying right now about what is going to happen with this Ace of Pentacles. This person also sees that you have your own pentacle, right? So they know that they don't have to support you or bring you money or bring you material wealth, but I feel like somebody here is trying to determine whether it's worth it, because pentacles are always about worth, whether it's worth it to make the advancement or the deposit, to make the to give the opportunity here. We do have the Hermit energy. So I feel like somebody here is really deep in thought about this. They're trying to find their way around. They don't want to just fall off a cliff, right? They don't want to, they're actually, it's not you that they are going over the details of right now. It's themselves. I feel like the King of Swords is doing the self-audit and is wondering, do I have enough? Am I enough? Am I a good enough leader? Do I have enough logic? I feel like this person is somebody who's like going over the self with the Hermit energy here. So I feel like they see you as having light, and maybe they see themselves as not being enlightened enough. So it feels like they see you as being a shaman, and maybe they're like, well, I only have this little bit of light here. Like, I just found my light. Maybe this person, you know, they're light years ahead of me. I feel like you're worrying about the future and worrying about what the future will hold. And so I feel like that's why you're in this boat here, King of Cups, trying to hold your emotional self together. But I think that you're waiting for this person to make a decision. Let's talk about the King of Swords. Because the King of Swords is the Emperor energy. So whether we're talking about the King of Swords, who is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or we're talking about somebody who is Aries, but we also, Aquarius is here, we could be talking about this decision being made around the Aquarius full moon, which is tomorrow, and we're already in that energy, right? So it could be that this decision is going to be made within the next couple of days. So this person feels very pressured to make a decision about whether they want to stay in a friendship or whether or not you are the wish fulfillment. Tell me what the decision is for the King. Now, this could be a job for you, by the way, because the Pentacles are here. This could be somebody who's deciding on whether your resume is better than the others, and do they want to bring you into their empire, right? The Emperor has a lot to give up, and so it's all about really being very honest and truthful with the self. We have Temperance. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I think the answer is yes, to be honest. I feel like, yeah, look at this. Somebody's about to make a decision. I feel like you're going to get a decision from someone here, whether this is love or a job or a friendship. Maybe somebody has been hurt in friendship before. Maybe they're not sure if they want to take that trip with you. Maybe they're not sure if they want to get closer to you, or if they should keep space from you. But the Temperance energy that is here with the Nine of Pentacles tells me that the moment of alchemy is here, and someone's feeling very balanced in the situation. They trust you because the Nine of Pentacles is here. They see you're a hard worker. They see you've built your reputation, you've built your confidence, you are somebody who's had a glow up, you take good care of yourself. Like, you are presenting all of the things that make the King of Swords see you as a viable option for an employee, for someone who they want to date. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here, and that is why the King of Swords is making a decision finally, because they're changing their mind. So look, when Aquarius changes their mind, it's a big bloody deal. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen around the Aquarius full moon. I'm just going to say, it could be an emperor who has all of the king's energy, but it feels like this might be happening in this Aquarius full moon here. So we do have the Wheel of Fortune. Something is about to expand and change. Divine timing is here, and this is destiny. So I feel like it's destiny that this person, whatever sign they are, is in their head trying to make a decision about what they really want. Because I feel like under this full moon, like this full moon in Aquarius, that we're already in this energy, this is sort of visionary breakthrough energy, right? This is like radical change of ideas. This is, I want to be an individual, but I also want to be part of the collective purpose. And this person, like the Aquarius energy is going to affect us all, whereby we are going to evolve our belief systems. And so I think that somebody who's maybe a lone ranger, or who has been single for a really long time, or who has run their company by themselves and is looking for the one employee that is going to help them get through the next stage of their business, I feel like there's a really big decision that has just been made here. And I think it's already been made, but you're going to have to wait for the answer. All right. Tell me what the answer is, and tell me what happens from here. How does this come about? Tell me about Pisces. How does this come about? Because I feel like you're about to get some sort of an offer, and then you'll have to make the decision. It'll be back in your court. And I feel like you might go into hermit mode and wonder, what do I really want for my future? Tell me what the outcome is. We have the moon energy. So things aren't as they seem, and I feel like you can feel that. But I also feel like your intuition is going to be confirmed. Tell me about the moon. We've got the Chariot energy. And we've got the Queen of Swords. So look, I feel like we have two people who are on the same page, whether this is your employer. I feel like if you did have an interview, or you have an interview coming up in the future here, I feel like you're going to have really good rapport with the person who interviews you, because you're going to be on the same page as them. Honest, truthful, I want the facts. Let's just not cover it over with fluff, right? And let's just have a sword fight here. Like these are formidable opponents, right? They speak the same language. It's not about emotion or love. I feel like there's somebody here who's making a head over heart decision about you, but I think what they like about you is you could be someone who does have Libra energy possibly, but maybe you have some air energy, but what they like about you is that you are somebody who is very in balance emotionally, I think is what they like, because we've got Libra here, but we have also the emotions of Chariot here, but somebody who's getting stable in their emotions because they're ready to push forward into the future, right? So we have the moon energy here. We have Cancer and Pisces, Cancer here, Libra here, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So for those of you who were talking about some sort of a new emotional opening, I feel like it does get emotional from here. I feel like there is going to be some sort of an emotional offer that's coming here if we are talking about something that's going on with the heart space. Now, I think the moon energy tells me things are not as they seem, but I think that you already have a feeling that things are coming into balance, and you would be right if that's what you're thinking. I feel like something is going to be said in your favor here, because Libra is here, and Libra is the one that is bringing things back into balance or into karmic restoration, right? So we have the 10 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. So while you're waiting for somebody here to make a decision, I feel like the thing is that the reason that this person is taking their time to make a decision, because they're like all the way in. right? This is an emperor. This is somebody who doesn't go in unless they think they're going to win, unless they're absolutely 100% sure that you're going to say yes, whether this is a feminine or masculine emperor. They have to be sure, because the emperor is never going to show you their, how can I say, show you their list of accomplishments and have some of them say, well, you almost did it. The emperor is going to show you the list of accomplishments to say, look at everything I've conquered. The emperor is not going to take a chance, right? So what comes next? The sun. There we are. Breakthrough. Breakthrough, happiness, and commitment. So commitment in the job, commitment in the relationship, whatever it is. I feel like the sun and the Wheel of Fortune and Hierophant being here is like everything is moving forward in the best way. A breakthrough is coming. Somebody is seeing you for who you really are. And so just keep doing what you're doing, I'm going to say, because the moment of alchemy is coming and someone's having a breakthrough in the moment of alchemy, and it's going to push everything forward. I'm going to leave that right here. Thank you, Pisces. Oh, we should talk about signs maybe. So I was talking about Aries, right? But listen, all the kings are here. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, right? All the kings are here. And we have the Aquarius energy here. Like I said, I think it's happening in Aquarius. In Leo's season, but around the Aquarius full moon. Leo is the sun, so it's going to be happening in Leo season. So for some of you, it's not right away. Leo season goes until I think about the 22nd. So we've still got some time in August here before we go into Virgo season. And it feels like somebody is really, really serious about building a foundation, because this person, I feel, needs to drop these burdens. They are really thinking it over, whether you are the wish fulfillment or not. And I think the sun is telling me that you are. Okay, now I'm going to go. I'm going to stop talking. Thank you, Pisces, for being here. And thanks so much for all that you do. Thank you for loving on the channel. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care. Bye-bye.